Hey, what's going on, guys? Woolsocks Alex here at Pumpkin Valley, and that was Mark Tucker saying 5 laps to go. We're just getting started here. This, for those who don't know, this is a local race here in Fresno. We do it weekly, sort of a practice race, but there's a lot of fast guys that come out, and we have a good sized group today, so we're getting rolling here. And there is Mark Tucker. I was worried that this race would be, not worried, but I was expecting this race to be very fast from the start, because last week I was not there, but I had seen that Mark and Stephen Pimentel and Ryan Kaler had broken away pretty much right at this first little hill here, the only hill on this course, and they pretty much took it the whole way. So I was prepared to pretty much follow any attacks today, and being out here solo, can't risk missing an attack and letting it go, because then I'm screwed. So it actually worked out though. I caught a little spoiler, caught the break today, so we'll see how that happens. And come around this bend here. This can get a little bit sketchy if there's cars and things or gravel, but today was not too bad. So Mark says here, it's hard to hear in the video, but he says, "Oh, come on guys, first lap." So they're already going hard. We're doing 700 watts up this hill. Trying to stay on Mark's wheel here. He's pulling me up to him. Not sure who's at the front right now. We'll see. I think it's the ride bikes guys. So we have two main teams out here today. We have the Velo Kings, who have a handful of guys, and also ride bikes, who I think had 3 guys. Tyler Pearce, Nick Baird, and Stephen Pimentel were out there. No ride bikes Alex today. And for those who don't know, that's how that's where the Woolsocks Alex comes from. It was name coined by Mark Tucker in one of his videos when both Alexes were out there, and he had to distinguish the two. So I was Woolsocks Alex because I always ride in Woolsocks, and then there was Ride Bikes Alex on Team Ride Bikes. So just kind of stuck, and so we're going here. There's Nick. He must have been the one pulling up the hill. Going pretty steady. Heart rate's a little bit up there, but it comes back down here in the draft. I do a lot of solo riding, so I'm not used to having a draft, and it always amazes me how much easier it is riding in the draft. It's like having an e-bike. There was a crosswind. There's usually a crosswind in this section. It was kind of a west to east wind. So coming through here, usually want to stay on the left side of people to get the best draft possible. So we're cruising through 25 miles an hour. I think the average for this course today was about 26. And then here I am taking a pull. In the past, I've taken a bit too many pulls, I'd say, so I was trying to be conservative with being on the front today and seeing if that helps. And I think it did. Still took a fair amount of pulls, especially once the breakaway formed, but I was just trying to stay in the draft as much as possible. Here we have Stone. This guy's strong. He commutes to work in the morning, commutes back, and then stops by for a little racing, you know. Just a normal thing to do. A little race on your way home from work. So these guys fly by. I'm trying to see if they're actually going to go, but it doesn't look like they do. I get in this awkward position here. I really don't like being boxed in like this, because I feel like if someone flies by on the left, there's nothing I could do to chase them. So I'm telling Anthony here to go up there. And Anthony's another fast dude. We did a ride on Sunday and tore my legs off going up to SVS. And then so yeah, he's a newer rider as well. I've only been riding about 2 years, and I think he's about the same. So he's been getting strong quick. So we're flying through here. Not much happening. Kind of just cruising. We got George on the left there in the blue kit. Haven't seen him out here for a while, but he's another Velo Kings guy. Super fast. He did a lot of work today, forming the brake. You'll see that later on. So, too wide right now. There's not many times in this race it's too wide. I guess in the beginning it's kind of bunched up, but it'll start to string out later on. There's Nick and his teammate Steven on the right. I was watching out for those guys. Coming down the hill here, I do realize I am in the wrong side, just eating a bunch of wind, but it was kind of slowing down there, so I didn't need to go too much faster. Getting here behind George. It's a good draft. Cruising on down. It's usually good to hold your speed out of this descent. It flattens out, but holding 30 or above doesn't seem too hard because you have all that momentum. So we're flying through here. It's starting to single out now. Wish I had a rear camera so we can see what's going on behind. I'm looking to get one of those. It's usually fun to see the action behind you as well. Yeah, these races are fun. If anyone's in Fresno and looking to get a taste of racing, maybe you haven't entered any official races yet, this is a great start. That's how I got started. I did these before ever joining a race, and it helped a lot. Just learning how to, learning tactics, techniques, bike handling skills when you're in the pack. So come on out. It's every Wednesday. You can look on the Velo Kings website for details, and it's a lot of fun. And they've all been very safe. We've had no accidents, no incidents that I know of. Everyone knows how to ride, so it's a good spot to learn. So we're coming through here, and I don't know who this guy is on the bright yellow-green bike there on the left. I don't think I've seen him out here before, but he was riding well. There's Tyler there, getting done with his pull. And skipped ahead. Skipped a whole lap, I believe. So we're coming down the hill here. And I believe this is where, Mark attacks there. Downhill attack. Those are a bit more rare, but had to do a good old amount of watts to get back on the wheel. Luckily we got Diego here in those shiny blue shoes. He helped out a lot, latching back on. So we are cruising. I'm a pretty big guy, so I don't get very aero down these hills. So being in the draft definitely helps. I guess the extra weight helps too, but I don't know, it probably cancels out. Be interested to see whether weight matters more or aero. So it stays pretty fast here for a while. It's the worst when you have to surge and do 700 watts just for it to slow down, and then you got to do it again, but I guess that's just racing. So skip ahead again. Don't know how far that was, but this is about to be where the break forms. I think this is going into lap 4. So Mark takes off, everyone follows. I was not ready for that, so I have to work extra hard to get back up to Nick. There's Ryan, he rides off the road. He stayed up though. He saved it. I'm still not really in the draft very much. I'm trying to get up there. George is pulling hard, trying to catch up to Mark. Heart rate's going up there. 180's fairly high for me. George pulls off. His job is done. Here comes Nick. He's about to catch on. They're looking back. I think at this point I looked back too and saw that we had a decent gap. So I wasn't sure if this would stick or not, but I figured it's worth a try. Not much else I can do. It's not like you just stop. So here we go. About to hit the hill. Not looking forward to this hill after just doing that effort. So trying to recover briefly here. I think we might get a view of the field when we turn around here, and we'll see. I feel like I've done this turn so many times and I take it different every time. Okay, so you saw the back end of the field on the right, just barely there. So they're not that far behind. So Nick says, get up there. So I do. Mark's putting in a dig. This is usually a good spot to get some distance on the field, just on this one uphill section. I think it maxes out at like 5% at the top. But going up here, Mark's probably doing 600 watts or something. Motions for me to go through. Here I go. I think this was just another rider riding on his own. So going hard here. Pretty sure I'm standing up. Just gassing, trying to get over this hump. So this is pretty much the rest of the race. Us three, Nick, Mark, and I, taking turns. Worked together pretty well. Everyone took pretty even pulls. And yeah, we never got caught. It got close there at the last lap. Right before the hill, we saw the group. Maybe had a 10-second gap on them. Alright, so we're coming up on the final part of the last lap here. The sprint. Man, I hate the sprint. It's not my strength. I'm working on it though. So I'm just trying to keep up with these guys. Nick's a sprinter. So I don't plan on trying to attack him and beat him to the line. So I'm just trying to hang on Mark's wheel here and hope for the best. Waiting for them to go. Starts to ramp up here. And here we go. Full sprint, 1100 watts. Got to up those numbers. 38 miles an hour though, that's not too bad. Mark looks back, he's like, yeah, no way, not even close. And there it is. Third place, Pumpkin Valley, number 3, 2022. Thanks for watching.